Phoenix Rising by J. Holland. Chapter 1. You wake up in a dimly lit room, the air thick with the scent of old wood and dust. A single flickering candle sits on a wooden table, casting eerie shadows on the stone walls. Your head pounds as you try to remember how you got here, but your memories are hazy. A creaking sound echoes through the room, and your heart races. Someone or something is nearby. Chapter 2. You scan the room quickly, searching for anything that might help you escape or defend yourself. The wooden table is bare except for the flickering candle. You check the drawers but find only dust and old papers. Then, your eyes land on a small chest in the corner. You rush to it and pry it open. Inside you find a rusty dagger, better than nothing. A leather-bound journal, might hold clues. A silver key, but to what? As you grab your chosen item, the creaking sound grows louder. Footsteps. Someone is coming. Chapter 3. You grab the leather-bound journal and quickly duck behind a large wooden cabinet, pressing yourself into the shadows. Holding your breath, you peek out just as the door creaks open. A tall figure enters, cloaked in darkness. Their face is obscured, but you hear the slow, deliberate sound of their breathing. They step further into the room, their boots clicking against the stone floor. Your hands tremble as you clutch the journal. If it holds answers, now isn't the time to read it, but you know it's important. The figure glances around, then mutters something under their breath. You catch only a few words. Must not escape. Your pulse quickens. Whoever they are, they don't want you leaving. Chapter 4. You press yourself deeper into the shadows, holding your breath as the figure moves through the room. They pause near the wooden table, their fingers brushing over the candle. The dim light flickers, casting long shadows across the walls. For a moment, everything is silent except for the distant dripping of water. Then, the figure lets out a frustrated sigh. They couldn't have gone far, they mutter before turning and exiting the room. You wait several heart-pounding moments, making sure they're really gone. Then, you carefully open the leather-bound journal. The pages are filled with strange symbols and handwritten notes, some of them smeared with ink. 1. Passage catches your eye. The silver key unlocks the truth. Follow the phoenix's path. Your mind races. The silver key, the one in the chest. You left it behind, but it might be the key to escaping this place and finding out why you're here. Chapter 5. You carefully step out from your hiding place, ears straining for any sound of the mysterious figure returning. The room is silent, except for the faint flicker of the candlelight. Moving quickly, you return to the chest and pry it open again. The silver key gleams in the dim light. You grab it, feeling a strange warmth in your hand as you hold it. There's something important about this key, something powerful. Just as you pocket it, a sound echoes from the hallway. Footsteps. They're coming back. Chapter 6. You grip the silver key tightly and take a deep breath. Enough hiding. Whoever this person is, they know something, and you're going to get answers. The footsteps grow louder, and the door creaks open once more. The figure steps inside, their face still obscured by the shadows. You should not be awake, they say, their voice low and cold. You step forward, refusing to show fear. Who are you? Why am I here? The figure tilts their head slightly, as if considering their response. Then, they step closer, and the candlelight reveals part of their face, a scarred cheek and piercing golden eyes. You were never meant to remember, they say. But now that you have, there is no turning back. They reach for something beneath their cloak. Chapter 7. You keep your stance firm but raise a hand in a gesture of peace. I don't want to fight. I just want to understand, you say, watching their every move. The figure hesitates. Their fingers tighten around whatever is beneath their cloak, but they don't draw it, at least not yet. Understanding comes at a cost, they murmur. Then tell me, you insist. Who am I? Why am I here? The golden-eyed figure studies you for a long moment, then finally speaks. You are the last of the Phoenix Order. And if they find you, they will destroy you. Your heart pounds. Phoenix Order? The words stir something in your mind. A flash of fire, wings, a symbol burned into stone. Fragments of a memory. Come with me, the figure says, voice urgent. We don't have much time. Chapter 8. You take a deep breath and nod. Okay, I'll go with you. The golden-eyed figure gives a sharp nod in return. Stay close. We have to move quickly. They turn and slip out into the dimly lit hallway, their movements silent and precise. You follow, heart pounding. The corridor is lined with torches, their flames flickering. The air is thick with dust, and the stone walls feel ancient, worn smooth by time. As you walk, you whisper, "Who's after me?" The figure doesn't look back but answers, "The Shadow Order. They have hunted your kind for centuries. You were hidden for your protection, but something went wrong, you woke up too soon." Too soon for what? Before they can answer, a loud clang echoes through the corridor. A metal gate slams shut behind you, sealing off your path. At the far end of the hall, figures in dark cloaks emerge from the shadows, blocking your escape. Their faces are hidden, but you feel their piercing gazes. There they are, one of them hisses. "Kill the phoenix before they awaken." Your companion draws a curved dagger from their cloak, stepping into a defensive stance. "Run if you want to live," they shout. Chapter 9. Your pulse races as you grip the silver key, feeling its strange warmth in your hand. You don't know why, but something inside you whispers that this key is more than just metal. The cloaked figures move closer, their weapons gleaming in the dim torchlight. Your companion lunges at them, blade flashing, but they're outnumbered. You don't have time to hesitate. You raise the key and focus. A sudden heat builds in your palm. The key glows, its silver surface turning molten gold. The air hums with energy, and a strange symbol flares to life around you, a phoenix, wings spread wide. The enemies recoil. "Impossible," one of them gasps. "They're awakening." A surge of power floods your body, memories flickering at the edge of your mind. You see flames, ancient halls, warriors with golden eyes like yours. This isn't the first time you've held this power. Chapter 10. Your instincts scream at you to run. Whatever power is inside you, it's awakening, but you're not ready to use it yet. Gripping the silver key, you turn and sprint down the corridor, your heart pounding. Your companion, still fighting, sees you move and shouts, "Go! Find the door. The key will guide you." The enemies hesitate, wary of the golden energy still crackling around you. It buys you just enough time. You race down the stone hallway, your feet barely touching the ground. As you run, the key pulses in your hand, pulling you forward, almost as if it knows the way. Then, up ahead, you see it, a massive iron door covered in ancient phoenix symbols, glowing faintly in response to the key. Behind you, footsteps pound against the stone, they're coming. Chapter 11. You skid to a stop just before reaching the iron door. If the key doesn't work fast enough, you'll be trapped. You need to lose them first. Glancing around, you spot a narrow crevice in the stone wall, just big enough to squeeze into. Heart pounding, you slip inside, pressing yourself into the shadows. Moments later, the cloaked figures arrive. They stop in front of the glowing door, their voices sharp with urgency. "They have the key," one hisses. "Then they must not escape," another growls. They spread out, searching. You hold your breath as one of them steps dangerously close to your hiding spot. If they find you now, you'll have no chance to reach the door. Chapter 12. Carefully, you reach down and pick up a small, loose stone from the floor. You wait until the nearest figure turns slightly away, then toss the stone down the hallway in the opposite direction. The stone clatters loudly against the stone floor. Instantly, the cloaked figures snap their heads toward the noise. "There! They must be trying to double back," one of them shouts. Without hesitation, two of them sprint down the corridor, weapons drawn. The remaining figure hesitates, then follows after them. You hold your breath, counting the seconds. When the last footstep fades, you carefully step out from your hiding spot. The door still glows, faintly pulsing in time with the key in your hand.
This is your chance. Chapter 13. You hesitate, gripping the silver key tightly.
You could escape now, but you can't just leave your companion behind. They fought to protect you, and you're not about to abandon them. Taking a deep breath, you turn away from the glowing door and sprint back down the corridor, following the sounds of battle. As you round a corner, you see them. Your companion is still fighting, their curved dagger flashing as they dodge and counterattack. But they're outnumbered, and one of the cloaked figures is raising a weapon behind them, ready to strike. You don't have time to think.
Chapter 14. You take a deep breath and shout as loud as you can. Behind you!
Your companion reacts instantly. Without even turning to look, they duck and spin, slashing upward with their curved dagger. The cloaked enemy stumbles back with a grunt, their weapon clattering to the floor. The fight isn't over, but now your companion has the upper hand. They glance at you, eyes flashing with surprise and approval. Took you long enough, they shout, blocking another attack. But the distraction costs them.
Another enemy lunges, and this time, they won't dodge in time.
Chapter 15. Without thinking, you charge forward and slam into the attacker with all your strength. The impact sends both of you crashing to the ground. The cloaked enemy lets out a sharp grunt, momentarily stunned. You scramble to your feet first, heart pounding. Your companion takes the opportunity to finish off their opponent, then turns to you. Not bad, they say, breathing heavily. But we need to move, now. Behind you, the other enemies are recovering. You don't have much time. Chapter 16. You grab one of the fallen enemies by the front of their cloak and yank them up. Their hood falls back, revealing a pale face with sharp, dark eyes. Why are you after me? You demand, tightening your grip. The enemy glares at you but smirks. You don't even know what you are, do you? They hiss.
You're a threat. An abomination.
The Phoenix Order should have died long ago. Something inside you burns at their words, like a distant memory trying to resurface.
What do you mean? You press.
What did the Phoenix Order do?
The enemy laughs, low and mocking.
They tried to control fire itself. They thought they could cheat death. But power like that always comes with a price. Before you can ask more, your companion grabs your arm. No time. More of them are coming.
You glance down at the enemy.
You could leave them, or finish this now.
Chapter 17. You tighten your grip on the enemy's cloak.
You're coming with us. Your companion gives you a sharp look.
Are you serious?
We don't have time for this. They know things we don't, you argue. I need answers. The enemy snarls and struggles, but they're weak from the fight. You grab some nearby rope, probably left behind from an old banner or trap, and bind their hands. Your companion sighs but doesn't argue further.
Fine.
But if they slow us down, I'm leaving them behind.
The distant sound of footsteps echoes through the halls.
More enemies are coming.
Move, your companion urges.
You haul the prisoner to their feet and run toward the glowing door.
The silver key in your pocket grows warmer as you approach.
The ancient phoenix symbols seem to react to your presence, pulsing with energy.
You hear the enemy whisper behind you. You don't know what you're unlocking. Chapter 18. You halt just before the door, heart pounding. The silver key burns in your hand, the phoenix symbols glowing brighter than ever.
But the enemy's words echo in your mind. You don't know what you're unlocking.
Your companion stares at you.
What are you doing? Open it.
You hesitate.
If the enemy is afraid of this door, maybe you should be too. What if this isn't just an escape? What if it's a trap? You turn to the prisoner, gripping their cloak. What's behind this door?
The enemy meets your
gaze, a slow, knowing smile creeping onto their face.
Not freedom.
Not safety.
Something far worse.
Your companion curses under their breath. They're just trying to mess with you. The key reacted to you. That means it's meant for you. We don't have time for doubts.
The footsteps of more enemies grow louder behind you. Chapter 19. You tighten your grip on the enemy's cloak, your heart hammering. Tell me what's behind this door, now.
The enemy chuckles darkly, shaking their head.
You really don't remember, do you?
Their eyes gleam with something between fear and amusement. The Phoenix Order thought they could cheat death, and they almost did. But power like that doesn't just disappear.
Your pulse quickens.
What are you saying? The enemy leans in slightly, voice dropping to a whisper. That door doesn't lead to freedom. It leads to the past.
To the heart of the Phoenix itself.
Behind you, the heavy footsteps of approaching enemies grow louder. Your companion swears under their breath. We don't have time for this.
You look down at the silver key, still burning hot in your hand.
If what the enemy says is true, this door won't just let you escape. It
might unlock something inside you, something buried deep. Your companion grips your arm. Whatever you decide, decide now. Chapter 20. Your grip tightens around the silver key. No more hesitation.
With a deep breath, you push the key into the lock at the center of the glowing door. The moment it touches the metal, a surge of heat rushes through your body, not painful, but powerful. The Phoenix symbols flare to life, their golden light illuminating the entire corridor. The enemy struggles against their bindings, eyes wide. You don't know what you're doing, they shout.
Your companion takes a defensive stance, ready for whatever happens next. Too late now, they mutter.
With a final twist, the key clicks into place.
The door rumbles, dust falling from the stone as ancient gears shift.
Then, with a deep, echoing groan, the massive doors begin to open. A wave of blazing golden light floods the corridor. It's warm, but not burning.
It feels familiar.
Like something inside you is finally waking up. Then, through the swirling light, you see it.
A massive chamber beyond the door.
Floating above a circular stone platform is a fiery figure, a massive phoenix, its wings spread wide, made entirely of
golden flames.
Its eyes lock onto yours, and in that instant, memories rush back into your mind.
You've been here before.
The phoenix lets out a piercing cry, and suddenly, the fire surges toward you.
Chapter 21. You raise your hands, instinct taking over.
The fire races toward you, but instead of running, you focus, reach for it, call to it.
The moment the flames touch your skin, a shockwave of heat and power surges through your body.
But it doesn't burn. It recognizes you.
Memories flood back. Training in a great hall, fire dancing at your fingertips, the Phoenix Order standing beside you.
You weren't just part of the Order. You were one of its last guardians. The golden fire swirls around you, responding to your command. The cloaked enemy gasps, eyes wide with horror. It's impossible, you were supposed to be erased.
Your companion stares at you, awestruck.
Okay, that's new. The phoenix above you watches, its fiery wings outstretched. Then, its voice echoes in your mind. You have awakened. But power alone is not enough. Will you reclaim your destiny, or let the past die?
The golden fire burns brighter, waiting for your answer.
Chapter 22. You clench your
fists, the golden fire still swirling around you.
The power is intoxicating, but you refuse to blindly accept it. No more riddles, you say firmly, looking up at the blazing phoenix above you. Why was my memory erased? What happened to the Phoenix Order?
The massive firebird watches you in silence.
Then, its voice echoes in your mind, deep and ancient. The Phoenix Order was betrayed, from within. A great power, once thought to be our ally, sought to claim our flames for themselves. When they failed, they destroyed us.
Images flood your mind. A grand temple in flames, warriors fighting against shadowy figures, a golden city falling into ruin. And then, a ritual.
Fire swirling around you, a desperate attempt to save something important. Your heart pounds. I was there, wasn't I? Yes, The phoenix confirms.
You were the last hope.
The fire within you was sealed, until now.
Your prisoner suddenly laughs, a dry, bitter sound.
And now you know, they say. But it won't save you.
The ones who betrayed your order?
They still exist. And they will come for you.
Your companion steps forward.
So what do we do?
The phoenix watches you, waiting for your decision.
The golden fire around you flares. You can feel it offering you a choice.
Chapter 23. You take a deep breath, feeling the golden fire pulsing within you.
This power, it isn't just something you inherited.
It's who you are. You step forward, locking eyes with the phoenix above you. I won't run. I won't hide.
I will finish what the phoenix order started. The great firebird lets out a piercing cry, and the flames around you ignite, swirling into a brilliant golden storm. The heat is overwhelming, but it doesn't burn. Instead, it feels like coming home. The fire rushes into you, filling every fiber of your being. Memories return in full force. Your training, your oath to protect the phoenix's power, the moment you chose to seal it away to keep it from falling into the wrong hands. Now, that power is yours again. Your prisoner stares in horror, struggling against their bindings. No, this shouldn't be possible.
Your companion watches you, eyes wide.
Okay, that's definitely something.
So what now? The phoenix's voice echoes in your mind one last time. Rise, guardian of the flames. The war is not over.
But now, you are ready. As the last of the golden fire settles inside you, you turn to face the entrance of the chamber. The enemies who chased you are still out there. The betrayers are still in power. But now, they should fear you.
Chapter 24. Final chapter. You turn toward the entrance, fire still flickering around your hands. Enough running. Enough hiding.
It's time to show them the phoenix has returned. Your companion grins, gripping their weapon.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Your prisoner struggles harder, panic in their eyes. You don't understand. If you reveal yourself now, they'll come for you.
You step forward, fire flaring brighter.
Let them. With a wave of your hand, the massive doors slam open, sending a gust of heat through the stone halls. Outside, the cloaked enemies who had been chasing you stumble back, shielding their eyes from the golden glow.
For a moment, there's silence.
Then, one of them points at you, voice shaking. It's them. The phoenix has awakened. Fear flashes through their ranks.
Some hesitate.
Others draw their weapons.
Your flames roar to life, swirling around you like a storm.
The phoenix's power is no longer sealed.
It's yours to command. You wanted me? You call out, your voice echoing through the halls. Come and see what happens when you challenge the phoenix.
The battle is about to begin. To be continued.